Okay, everybody, welcome to Ramrod Rants. Okay, everybody, welcome to Ramrod Rants. This is Ramrod coming to you live from Indiana. I'm can be reached at ramrodrants333 at gmail.com. Leave your comments, complaints, concerns, and if you got any ideas, leave your ideas. This show today is being brought to you by Banks Balanced Budget. It's a new year. Get your balance, your finances in order. And Mama, how you cook this? Changing office meals one taco bar at a time. Now, I got two people on the phone. Fan favorite, Big Van. Big Van, say hello.
What up? What up?
That's Big Van. Y'all remember him from the pilot episode too. You know, the pound of bologna and off. Okay, now I got a guest on the show named Miriam. Say hi. What's going on, Marion?
Hello.
Which one is it, Marion?
Yes.
Okay, now Marion is a listener that had some concerns when it came to one of my podcasts called Entitlement of Women. Well, women think they're entitled to when it comes to relationship. So what I like to do is when I get emails or phone calls or whatever, text messages of people that have concerns or want to chime in, I invite them on the show. And they can talk and explain, and we can converse like adults. So, now, Marion, so what was, first of all, what did you think about the podcast?
I actually enjoyed it.
Oh, and that's actually great coming from Miriam, trust me. Okay, so
I enjoyed it. It was very insightful.
Okay, great. So what was your first concern?
Well, my concern, like I said, it wasn't about your opinion. It was just the fact that I couldn't relate to what you were saying.
Okay, so why do you feel like you couldn't relate?
Weren't me per se.
Okay, why do you feel you couldn't relate?
Because that's not the way that I act.
Okay.
They always say they different, don't they, Rodney?
They sure do.
Right.
They sure do. So, okay, so let's just say, Marion is walking into, let's not say a nightclub. Let's just say, because nightclub is so antiquated, it's getting kind of bad. Yeah. So let's just say you go to a friend of yours' wedding, and it's the dance part where the food is gone and everybody just partying and drinking and having a good time because somebody got married. So and you see a gentleman that kind of strikes your attention. First, before you answer, what kind of gentleman would catch your eye when you're out?
He wouldn't be flashy. He would have a look of confidence. Kind of plain in his dress and appearance. Like I said, I really don't like the flashy guy or the guy that's just too put together. I don't like that because I feel like that's done for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, just at first glance, like that would be what I'm attracted to.
Okay, so you're saying that looks don't matter.
I mean, they don't, but they do. I'm not a very superficial person, so he does not need to be the finest thing. I would prefer that he wasn't actually like a very well manicured guy. I would prefer that he wouldn't be that way because, like I said, I feel like when a guy does all that, he's doing it for a reason.
Okay, so He doesn't have to be a Denzel Washington, but he can't be a Jimmy J.J. Walker.
Correct.
Okay. So looks do matter to a point with you. Okay, let's just say you get to talking to this gentleman, and let's say he's a garbage man. Would that turn you off?
Yes.
Why would that turn you off? He's earning a living.
Okay, let me change this.
Superficial.
No,
Superficial.
let me tell you. For me, there are categories. No, I would not talk to this man, but I would have reservations about him being more than a friend. I would have reservations about him being a serious romantic interest.
Now
and it's not about. And let me finish. Let me tell you my reasons for this. It's not about he needs to earn a certain amount of money or he needs to be the CEO. I always look at what is that person's thought process. I want to be in line on a foundational level with a man that I'm serious about. So, in my approach to my life, I have a certain outlook, and if I were to share my life with somebody, we would need to be on similar pages so that we aren't bumping heads.
Okay.
And working towards the same life dream goal.
Okay, so a garbage man can't work toward the goal that you have set for your life?
The question that I have is, where is the need for more, the desire for more? Does this man have that?
I know garbage men that make $70,000, $80,000 a year. Okay. So and I know you're above that. We know that already. But $70,000, $80,000 a year ain't nothing to sneeze at or throw an old dirty bag at. That's a lot of money. And I know a lot of garbage men, and I know you do too, Van, with that have bachelor's and master's degrees.
I just said it wasn't about the money. I feel like because it's not.
But you said if they need to want more out of life.
I feel like if you have a certain mindset and you're putting in the work, the money is going to come. That's not the focus though.
So money is not the focus, looks is not the focus, dressing is not the focus. Okay, let's just say you found
where your mind is at.
So how you know his mind is not on the same place yours just because he a garbage man? He could be a Rhodes Scholar, but he just choose to be a garbage man. So how you know his mind ain't where yours at if you don't give him a chance to show you?
I said we could be friends. And in that time, I'm going to be getting to know him.
Oh, so he's auditioning for a date. That's what you're saying?
Everybody is.
No, not these days. They just go out and say, "Hey, babe, want to go get something to eat?" Yeah, I sure do.
See, this is what I'm talking about. In listening to the podcast, I was saying, like, as you guys were saying these things, like, that's not me. That's not the way I think. Everybody is auditioning.
Okay, it's okay.
I can't. Go ahead.
So what? Okay, because I don't get this. I see, and we've talked about this a lot. Me and Big Van, all our buddies and stuff. We talk about this a lot. A man would date a homeless woman. We have no preference, and it's sad to say, and it's really sad to say, we would date a homeless woman if she looked good, and we wouldn't care. And more than likely fell in love with him. Okay, but women have a certain standard for some reason. Men lack standards. Not all men, I ain't gonna say that, but a lot of us do lack standards, especially in our younger days. We lack standards. Okay, but you guys want everything. You guys, and I'm not saying you as in you in particular, I'm just saying some females want a man with master's degree in biochemical engineering, make 160 grand a year, drive a BMW, got their own house, no kids and everything, but they ain't got no job, got 6 kids by 5 different dudes. But
exactly.
they looking for.
I can't speak on that woman because that woman is not me.
Exactly.
And you know that.
And you're absolutely right. I know that. So we give a woman a chance no matter what her position in life is. We do. Fat, ugly, skinny, no job, 1 kid, 12 kids. We give a woman a chance.
That's not true. Now, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that.
Okay. Name me one man.
You will give a woman a chance for what?
To have a successful relationship.
No, now stop it. Stop it. You will give any woman a chance to have fun with. Not to marry, not to be in a serious relationship with. Now stop it.
But the fun can lead to that if you see she's worthy of it.
Exactly. I mean, if
Men just don't look at a woman and say, "Oh, I like the way she looked. I'm gonna be in a serious relationship with her." No, we say, "Oh, she's attractive. I'm gonna give her a chance, and I want to have fun with her, and it can develop from that, and she can end up being your wife."
Oh, I agree. But you will also say, she's not that cute, she's not this, she's not that, but I'll still have fun with her though. But you know it's not going past that.
well,
No, women don't do that. Women do it too.
Not like that. I don't. Like I said, I can't speak on what women in general do. That I don't.
You never got with a guy that you knew he wasn't married material, but you just was attracted to him and just wanted to get with him and kick it for a while.
Oh. Well, first of all, we're not talking about when I was 20. So everything I did was just for fun. So since I have wanted more, no, I will not date anybody who I can't see it going somewhere.
so do you buy the first pair of shoes you try on?
We can be friends.
Do you buy the first pair of shoes you try on?
No, I said we can be friends, but I don't need to fully.
Men don't have time to be in a friend zone. See, women will put a man in a friend zone and be sleeping with with the guy's friend that they met 10 minutes earlier. And I'm not saying you. I'm not saying that. But I have been in the friend zone with a lot of women, and they meet my buddies, and all of a sudden they missing out the living room. Okay, and I've been waxing that car for about 3 months trying to get able to drive it, and shit. And 10 minutes later, my boy's in there having the fun I'm supposed to be having. So no, somebody told me one time, a woman knows if she's gonna sleep with you ever in the first 3 minutes when she meets you.
Exactly.
I don't know.
She know. That ain't you. You different.
I do. That's my answer to everything. No, I seriously, because I'm not looking at physical. If I was just gauging on physical, yeah, I could know that in 3 minutes. But since I'm looking for more than that, I can't gauge that in 3 minutes.
Okay, let's just say you found the guy you work with. Now, I think we've asked a lot of females this question on this show. You found the guy you think you can work with. Okay, you call him up. Ring, ring. Hey, Sebastian, would you like to go to dinner tonight? And Sebastian says, sure, I would like to go to dinner tonight. And so Sebastian comes and picks you up, and you guys go to Ruth Chris to dinner because you felt like you wanted some Ruth Chris for dinner. So the check comes. Who pays?
I don't know why y'all asked this. I will take.
Okay.
Wow, I'm shocked that you gave that answer.
Why?
Because 99.9% of the women expect the man to pay, even though she the one made the phone call and invited him out to dinner.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I'm not a user.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm not
so if he paid for the dinner, would you leave a tip?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. And I think she's just saying this for the sake that she's being recorded.
I am telling the truth.
So okay.
I am telling the truth.
So you've never dated no bums. Now be careful because I know a few of them.
I told you, you can't judge anything that happened in that chapter of my life.
Well, we're not. All we got is our past to go by.
Yes, we go by our
I
past.
mean,
You learn from your past.
that's right. So all of that part that Ramrod is referencing is a long time ago.
So okay.
No.
So the person just to say, of course, I don't know who he's talking about, but the person he's talking about, who he's referencing, you dealt with them and gave them a chance. But what was that? Because I offered looks or what?
No, I mean, I had fun with them for that time in my life.
Okay. So what brought it to an abrupt end? What made you say, I'm not going to see this dude no more?
I mean, it was a dead end.
Because of?
I mean, they're personal issues.
Oh, okay. So in a relationship, you're saying that their issues are their issues and your issues are your issues. As long as one don't come into the door with them or leave out the door with you, it's okay to maintain a relationship.
What?
What?
Hey.
As long as you don't know anything about their personal issues or they don't come into your life, the relationship will last. But if they have issues, whether bad credit or ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or baby mama drama, you think the relationship could last. As long as no negativity is around that person. So this person has to be perfect and positive and have no past.
No. Absolutely not. That is not what I think. I do, however, I think that everybody has pros and cons, and I think that the pros need to outweigh the cons.
Oh, I wonder who taught you that. So what you're saying is, if you want to get serious with somebody, so you're going to create two lists, a pro and a con list. Whichever list is the longest, that's the one you go with, right? If the pro list is long enough, you're gonna give them a chance. If the con list is longer than the pros, it's over with.
What you base the pros and cons off of, though? Because that could be different than anybody. So if he makes $50,000 a year,
that's
is that a pro
question.
or con to you?
That's a good question.
Okay, I will give you a great example of somebody whose cons outweigh their pros. This guy seemed like a nice guy. He didn't make that much money. I guess it was okay. But
what is that much money? I'm just curious.
I'm gonna say at the least it was a $50,000 difference from my salary at the least. This guy, we also weren't in sync as far as long-term goals. I personally felt like, in listening to him talk, his plan was not realistic. It didn't sound realistic for the goals that he had for himself. In addition to that, this man had 3 kids.
Damn, it took you a long time to count that shit.
Well, I was trying to remember. It was 2 or 3.
You know, there's Sebastian and Reginald.
I'm just saying, when I look at a person that could be a potential life partner, I'm looking at, realistically, if I align myself with this person, how would my life change? Would it change for the good, or would life get a little bit harder for me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I couldn't love this person. I'm talking about legally attach myself to this person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, in listening to this man's story, I don't think it would be worth my while to legally attach myself to this person. Listening to their plans for their future and listening to what liabilities that they have. If I attach myself to this person, what would that make my life look like?
Okay, I'm wondering, is the liabilities mostly the kids?
Well, when we talk, I'm talking financial.
Okay, so his financial liabilities.
So if he made, if he made, okay, let's just say he made $40,000-$50,000 a year. Okay, and he had 3 kids. Obviously, he's paying child support for them. And so obviously he didn't own a home. And obviously he probably lived in an apartment, paid rent. Probably never had any money, no savings or anything like that. But maybe he was never taught or had somebody in his corner that'd teach him how to be more effective with his money or better money management. And being that you more than likely will bring money management skills and different aspects that he can learn to become a better person into his life, you wouldn't take that role on?
Okay, let me tell you something. When I talk to people, there has to already be a desire. I'm not with the whole, I don't believe in changing people. So if somebody is already on a path and I can give them pointers because they're already going in a certain direction, I'm all for that. But what I'm not for is meeting somebody and then picking out the things I can change about this person to make them palatable.
No, it's not changing them. It's not changing them. It's offering an extended and a helping hand.
He would have to have said those things to me, that these are the things that he's trying to do.
Oh, so in order to meet you, they already have to have a business plan.
A plan that makes sense for your life. We all, as individuals, we all should have goals for our lives.
Well, we should, but depending on how that man was raised, or if he was in a horrible relationship that just broke him, and you got some good men out there that just need some encouragement. You know, a lot of men that cheat with on their wives, or a lot of women that cheat on their husbands, they don't do it primarily for the sex. I don't think. They don't do it primarily for the sex. They do it for the conversation and the inspiration and the positivity. You know, if you come home and the first thing you see is garbage bags waiting on you outside to take the trash out, instead of hi baby, kiss, boo boo, whatever, you know, it gets frustrating. You go home, you ain't got nothing to talk about every time you bring up. But if they go to their side piece house, whether it's male or female, don't matter, and that person, all they doing is listening. Sometimes that person, male or female, just wants somebody to listen. And so if you can get a man, a subpar man or a mediocre man, to get everything out that he's bottling up that's causing him to be not up to your standards, maybe that'll change him.
Okay, well, this is the question that I have to both of you. Listening to that, it sounds like, don't worry about what you want, what I would want. Just get a warm body.
Oh, hell no.
And change it into what you want.
No,
that's basically what I just heard from you.
No, it's some frogs. It's some frogs.
And he go to work.
No, it's some frogs gonna be frogs.
No, well, that's gonna happen. Y'all attempt to change most stuff about a man anyway. So that's what y'all attempt to do when you meet him. He can, even if he got more pros and cons, you know, of course, you know, that's with anybody. You're gonna try to change whatever little cons he got to pros. So everybody, you know, gonna try to mold somebody to how they want them. That just happens like that.
I mean, you can meet somebody. I can meet a female and know they ain't shit. I mean, in the first 30 seconds I talk to them, I can say, this chick ain't shit. You know, and everybody can do that. So if you meet a guy, you know some ain't shit guys. You know. I mean, if they get past the hello And if they get your name, that means there's an interest there. But I can go to a bar, and I'm pretty sure Big Van went to a bar. All our friends go to a bar, and it'd be some of the prettiest girls there. Like when we was like in our 20s, like early 20s, something like that. Sit there, prettiest girls there. And as soon as they open up their mouth, we say, "Oh hell no," and just walk away. So we know when we meet ain't shit people, and I'm pretty sure you know when you meet ain't shit people. And being if you ain't shit, you gonna attract ain't shit people all the time. But if you got something going for yourself, you positive and all this stuff, you're not gonna attract ain't shit people. You're gonna attract some people that know they gotta have something on the ball to even talk to you. So ain't gonna unless they just trifling enough to say, you know what, she look like she got a job in the house. I'm finna go see if I can move in. You know, shit like that. Like you were saying the other day, the COVID move in. Men,
right?
We'll call up on a move in. What you doing a quarantine? No, But you can tell who those ain't shit people are. So I mean, already 90 men in the place that you out partying or whatever you doing, 45 of them ain't shit men. So you automatically eliminate that. So then you got 45 people in there that you filter through, saying, okay, no. He's drinking out the bottle. No, that's okay. He's smoking. No, that's okay. He peeing in the corner. You know, stuff like that. So, I mean, you gotta shop. I mean, you ain't no good man gonna knock on your door unless you ordering cable or something. Ain't no good man gonna just knock on your door.
Exactly.
I believe the issue is going out.
Well, it's true.
I need to.
What do you think is the worst place you can meet a man? I know my answer. The worst place to meet somebody you think is your life partner. What is the worst place you can go to meet somebody that you think is going to be your life partner? I know my answer. What, Big Van, what do you think is the worst? If you were younger, Van, and like in your 20s, what would you think would be the worst place to go somewhere to meet a life partner?
You might think, I would think that this would be the worst place. I actually know somebody who met here and got married, but you would think the worst place to meet your life partner is in jail. I actually know a couple who's married and been together for many years, and they met in jail.
Damn. That's a ride or die.
Well, you know what? Hey, it's as long as they in sync. That's what matters.
Yeah, they both felons.
You say, is it what?
Are they in sync?
Yeah, they was in sync. He had just got bailed out of jail. Wasn't for no felon type stuff, but he was just getting out of jail, and she was going in to visit her brother, and they met and exchanged numbers, and the rest history. But they literally met in jail.
Damn.
And she was going to visit her brother, and he was just getting out. You would think that would be the worst place for you should possibly meet a life partner.
I think it's church.
You said what?
I think the worst place to meet a life partner is in church. Because
I understand that.
Everybody in church then did all they little hoeing or whatever they did, and then got saved and a born again virgin. And here they go in church, and then they looking for a godly person, this, that, and this. And then you take them out in public, and before you introduce the girl to any of your friends, they already saying, "Oh, hey," they already know. So no, that's the worst place I think is to meet somebody is in church. When you meet somebody in church, proceed with caution.
And I believe that because somebody else said that, and they said, like, when you think about it, a lot of people go to church when they're going through something, when they in a real bad place. So, like, church is full of people who are in a bad place.
Yep, you're right about that. So what do you think is the worst place to meet somebody at, Marion?
I'm kind of leaning towards the church thing, but I also feel like the club.
Yeah,
at my age.
Either that or a family reunion. Yeah, the club is at our age. We shouldn't be in a damn club. We should not be in a club at our age. You know when I stopped going to the
But they
club? Not us. You know when I stopped going to the club? What, 10 years ago? Me and Big Van went to this club in our hometown, and I was in the bathroom, using the bathroom, and this cat came in there and said, "What up, pops?" That was the last day I went to. That was the last time I went to a damn club. He hurt my feelings, man.
That's funny. Well, you know, since I'm a lot younger than you, people my age still go to the club sometimes, but I don't.
Well, you've never really been a club person.
No. I had, well, you know what? In my 20s, when it was appropriate, I was, and that's why I'm kind of over that. But every so once in a while, I have a friend that loves to go, and she'll drag me in there, and I wouldn't really want to meet somebody in there.
So do you
feel like they're?
Do you feel like they're what?
Like their head really isn't in the place to really meet somebody, and then on top of that, like, are they in there? Like, this is a one-time thing like me, or is this what they do on the regular?
Well, me and my buddies I grew up with, we've been going out. We went out for years together. And you know what was the best time to go to a nightclub? When it was snowing real hard or when it was raining real hard. That's the best time to go to a nightclub. Because we figured if the women that come in the club on those nights, they thirsty as hell. And they were easy. They were easy.
Yeah, if you go to a club and it's a blizzard outside, she thirsty as hell.
And we was just as thirsty. I know somebody gonna say, "Well, y'all must have been thirsty too." Yeah, thirsty. But it never failed. It never failed.
We was young and we was dudes, young guys. Hell, but yeah, she up in the club and it's bad weather. Oh yeah, she thirsty. She want to be out bad as hell.
And I'm gonna tell you, we had some schemes when we were younger. We didn't do anything bad to nobody or nothing, but we had schemes to get women when we were younger. I mean, and 9 times out of 10, our plan worked. We did some off the wall crap, nothing illegal. I'm talking about something fun. Like one time I pretended I was deaf, and so. Faking sign language and shit. I picked somebody up that night.
It don't seem like it would work now, but it did.
I mean, we had fun back then. It was fun back then, but we didn't differentiate between nobody. I mean, I woke up with some women that choose not to remember, but they etched in my mind. But all in all, when you look back at it, it was fun. You get mad at your boys for leaving you with that person and then calling you the next morning laughing. But it was fun back then. So we didn't discriminate against people just because they economic place or they station, if you will. We just had fun. It was about having fun. And
okay.
Okay, what?
Well, when I was in my younger 20s, I had fun like that too.
You stressing that younger 20s a lot, ain't you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, because now I'm 38. I don't have the same approach.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds like you don't have an approach.
Huh?
It sounds like you don't have too much of an approach. It sounds like you might have turned into an introvert.
But wait, now that you say that, on that subject of approach, so Marion, if you saw a guy and you felt the guy was attractive to you, you liked the way he carried himself, you liked the way he talked and everything like that, would you ever approach a guy? Would you ever take the initiative and step to a guy and ask him out?
I have.
You have?
I have. I haven't done it a lot, and I was probably had a cocktail or two, but that's not something that I would do on a regular. Like, oh, he's attractive. Let me see.
So why
What's going on with him?
wouldn't you approach a guy?
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think to do it.
Because you think that's a guy's place to approach the female?
I don't think it's their place, but I do feel like, I know guys can be shy too, but I just feel like if he was attracted to you in that way, he would come talk to you.
You said he's attracted to you in what? Repeat that, please.
If he was attracted to you in that way, he would come talk to you. If he really wanted to come talk to you, he would.
Sometimes with guys, we have so much going on with guys. Sometimes, honestly, a guy might not notice you until you approach him, and then he'll take notice of you, and will like that about you. Like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? She took the initiative to step to me, and then he like his eyes open and he noticed you. Then he'll take the time to try to get to know you, because it's a lot of times there's so much going on. He might not look at you that way.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm saying this, see, it's the law of averages. The numbers are against women. You know what I'm saying? I had talked with my sisters about this. That's how it is now. It's what's the ratio, Rodney?
It's 10 to 1. It's 10 to 1 right now. Women to men.
Yeah, in America, it's 10 women to every man. And the honest to God truth is, it's a lot of good women out there. It's a lot of marriage material women out there, but it's not many, marriage material men that's got their stuff together and on point with everything, that's presenting themselves as marriage material. But these men that's not marriage material, they got a plethora of women that's marriage material. So they don't often, that's the issue, because they got so many women out there, and the women, are plentiful, so that's the problem. Right. I know that women get, because it's so many, it's a lot of good women out there, but there ain't a lot of good men out there. So a lot of dudes like, shoot, this is my playground, because all I got to do is be halfway decent, and I can have so many different women and good women. So that is a disadvantage.
I'm in total agreement with that, and that's kind of why I believe, or I always have in my head, is that if a guy doesn't really come at you, it's because even if he is attracted to you, he still just sees you as one in the bunch.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If you sitting at a table with a bunch of cackling hens, they know men ain't gonna come over there and talk to you, because they not only gotta talk to you, they got
from the rest though.
Yep. Exactly.
It's about that too.
Well, see, I don't. That's where it comes in handy, being able to talk to guys, because I don't even know what the rest are. What are the rest doing? How to make myself look different from the rest.
Well, you don't have to. No one has to try to be above the rest or different than the rest. You just it's your aura, it's your positivity, it's your positive attitude. You'd be surprised how people can feel when you mad. I seen a video that said, "Jesus, you look like you just tormented on the inside." So I mean, people can just tell that, if you got a positive attitude and everything, you're going to bring positivity towards you. But if you come in there with a nasty attitude, you just had a fight with your child's father because you saw him on a date with somebody else and you ain't got nobody, and you come in there mean and nasty and surly, that's what you're going to take home with you.
Exactly, you're right.
Like Cat Williams said,
bad energy attract bad energy.
Yeah,
good energy attract good energy.
What did Cat Williams say?
In listening to the podcast, that's what I'm saying. Like, I personally couldn't relate, because I know I don't handle myself in that manner. But like my experience dating,
let me guess, in your early 20s.
No, I'm talking about now. I'm talking about now. My
Okay.
experience in dating is like the guys, they for some reason flock to that type of woman, like the woman that who you were describing, the user, the woman who doesn't really bring anything to the table, that just wants to take from a man, a woman is nagging a man, all of these things, and none of those things are me.
Okay.
So in that way, I do stand out from the rest.
Okay. So what do you offer? Let's just say a gentleman come up and he has everything that you want in a man. Everything. Okay. Like I said earlier, like remember we was talking about this a couple minutes ago, how women want all of this from a man, but they broke with too many kids. So what would you, Miriam, have to offer a man if he came to you with your list fulfilled? What can you tell him you have to offer?
to have the list fulfilled. Just be moving in that direction.
Okay, so then what would you? What would be? What if he had a list? What would you check off on the list?
What is his list?
The same thing you want. The same thing you want.
I don't have any. I'm not saying that it's a necessarily a great thing, but I don't have any children, so I'm not in a rush to just get with somebody to have children. But I'm just saying, in dating, when someone doesn't have them, it kind of makes the process of getting to know someone easier.
But but the thing on that too, though, you meet a man, that's of course, somewhere around your age range, and if he don't have any kids, that man like gold. That man like he like that man like the last Hope Diamond or something. To find a man with no kids, women, they over him like white on rice. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is nowadays. You ain't even gotta have you know what I'm saying? You can just have any kind of employment. You ain't even gotta have that much initiative on anything. But like something like that, if a woman, if they find a man that don't have any kids, oh shoot, they after him so tough and so aggressively,
Yeah.
Because you can't find me. You can't find that often. You know what I'm saying? To find it's a shame, but just to find a guy over 30 with no kids is rare nowadays. That's rare to find a guy over 30.
Actually, I will say this. Unless they lying. Since moving to this new city, I have come across a lot of guys who did not have any kids, unless they're lying.
Well,
you say since moving where?
To her new city.
Oh, okay. It must not be around here.
No, it's out west.
Okay.
It's a city that has a very high number of transplants. So they just see a lot of new people moving in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people I have met. I would say a nice handful of guys who were in their 30s who didn't have kids.
Well, that's becoming a new trend. It's this
But that's not a priority. Like, God does not. He can have children.
Well, it's this book out called Men on Strike. That's just a segue. Read that book. You'll understand why men don't have kids or get married anymore. So you may continue.
Yeah.
I interrupted you.
I understand that, but still, like I said, in listening to guys' gripes and complaints, I just can't relate. And I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't been married before.
Yeah, well, even if you don't get married, you are still rather young, and I tell everybody, you can afford to be picky. You gonna pick the person you want to live the rest of your life with, so you can afford to be picky. That's what I say.
But not too picky. You can't have your standards too lofty. Then that's gonna get you in trouble because you know what I'm saying. Time waits on nobody, and if your standards too lofty, and it's like you got this list, and the guy got to check off everything on that list. You don't want that because before you know it, some more years will go by, and another 2-3 years, you be searching, looking for that garbage man. You know?
Say shit. What happened to Jethro?
It's the truth. Time waits on nobody.
Feel like they're settling. Nobody wants to.
Yeah, I know you. There's a difference between settling, and there's a difference between not having too high standards. Because nobody gonna check off everything that you want. So you might need to give up, this or that, to compromise a bit to get somebody good that like you say, might not be making as much as you would like them to make. It's some things especially as time go along and you get older, you're gonna be willing to compromise some things that you wouldn't have compromised 5-6 years ago. As far as somebody go, you might be like, oh shoot, he making $40,000 a year. I'll take that, and he only got one kid and making $40,000 a year, and he a nice guy. I accept him. Which is 5 years ago, you might be like, he making $40,000 a year. I can't touch him.
Well, he got all his top teeth, but we can get him some dollars.
Exactly.
What you say?
If he got all his top teeth.
He got what?
His top teeth. Well.
It's not. I mean, you know what? I literally just had this conversation with my mother, actually, and I hate having the conversation about money because it's not. I'm not looking for somebody to take care of me. I'm not looking for anybody to provide anything for me that I'm not already providing for myself. But I feel like I should be able to meet somebody who we come together and life gets better. I should not get with somebody and whatever comforts in life that I was able to provide for myself goes down because I have aligned myself with another person. Life should get better, not go down.
You're right. Long as that man can pay all his own bills and been doing it before he met you, long as that man don't need you for any money, I think it shouldn't matter what he makes. So if he making $40,000 a year and he got his own apartment, his own car, he paying his car note, paying his rent, you know what I'm saying? He gainfully employed, he's a good guy and he got good morals and the stuff like that you like, then that's all that matters because he don't need you to pay his bills because he's been paying his own bills. So that $40,000 is still just more if y'all come together because he don't need you and you don't need him. He just in a different tax bracket. He ain't in your tax bracket, but he's still taking care of his own. So it's still a positive because, it's different meeting somebody who ain't got a job. And so they meet you and they need you to help pay this and help pay that. No.
Yeah, but I still think that's a double standard because a man can't make less than a woman because he's not, he makes less than a woman, so he can do this. But a woman can always make less than a man, and there's no issue.
That's a horrible double standard.
Yeah.
Yet they always screaming, equality and independent women, this and that. It shouldn't matter at this stage if you're independent. What he makes, long as he don't need your money, then it shouldn't matter what he makes.
Exactly.
Because he's taking care of his own.
Well, I would like.
See, this is my.
No, go for it.
I was just going to say, my thing with that is, in dating, absolutely. But once you get married, either I'm going to have to step into his world or he's going to have to step into mine. And if we are so far apart.
What you mean, financially far apart?
Yes.
Well, why does that matter if you making $50,000 a year more than he making financially? But what does that matter? Let's say on intelligent, let's say as far as cerebral, y'all on the same page. Y'all can talk politics. Y'all can talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all likes being around each other. Y'all have fun with each other. But let's say you make 50 G's a year more than him. Why is that? Why is that an issue? Because before he met you, he's always taking care of his own. So, what you mean by step in your world or you step in his? What do you mean by that? Because
he may have been financially taking care of his own over there, but he can't financially take care of it over here.
Why not?
What's going on over here?
Well, you was already taking care of it.
It's not the same. It's not the same expenses.
Well, why don't you move into his
And
place?
because I just said a few minutes ago, it doesn't make sense for me to get with somebody and then my level of comfort has to go down. This does not make any sense.
It wouldn't though.
Life
But
is
let
better.
me give you an example. If you okay, you making so much more than this guy. Let's say if you in a house and you paying $3,000 a month mortgage. Okay, let's say you paying $3,000 a month mortgage. Let's say where he living at, he paying $1,500 a month mortgage. Okay, so he making way less than you, but he paying $1,500 a month mortgage. You paying $3,000 a month mortgage. Y'all get together, then you ain't lowering anything and he ain't, because if y'all get together, he was already paying $1,500 a month and you was paying $3,000 a month. So his $1,500 a month would just go to y'all place together. And so you see what I'm saying? So he was paying $1,500, so that would be $1,500 a month less than you would be paying. Because you was paying 3 G's a month by yourself. Now y'all get together and he contributing in half, and so now you paying $1,500 a month less than you was paying.
Yeah, he saved you $1,500 already. Look at that.
Yeah, he ain't got to make what you making. He still can contribute and come together, and that's gonna make your life easier. Because so he been paying $1,500 a month for the last 2 years. That's nothing to him. He used to it. So he get with you, and you say, okay, won't you move in with me? But my mortgage is $3,000 a month. Oh, okay, fine. I pay $1,500 a month anyway. So, but I'm gonna be paying the same amount I was paying, but you paying $1,500 a month less, and now you got a partner. So what are you talking about? I don't get that point.
We've slid into the entitlement portion.
I'm just saying. You got to think about that.
In my past, when I have lived with somebody, I didn't pay the.
Oh, that's.
Oh, so the man would have to take over the mortgage. Oh,
That's what you want. Exactly. So that ain't See, that's exactly what we mean entitlement. So you've been paying mortgage and all this stuff before you met him, but then when you get with him, he need to pay it all.
Yeah, it took us.
No, not all.
Y'all need to split it.
It took us 52 minutes to get it out of him, but he got it out of him.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that.
See, now why don't you? Because now why don't you? What's wrong with y'all paying half? So that's half. So you paying it all yourself right now. You paying everything by yourself. What's wrong with you meeting a good guy and now you paying half of everything you was paying, and now you got a life partner? Well, why do he need to pay it all?
Why do he need to be broke?
Money?
Exactly.
What you doing with your money while he paying it?
Because he's not paying it all. He's just paying the mortgage.
Why he need to pay the mortgage? Why can't y'all go half on the mortgage? Because you still paying less than you was paying. So just think that $1,500 a month that you had to pay, you can bank that or do whatever else you want to do with it. Because now you're paying $1,500 a month less. Well, that is the entitlement we talking about. Why does he need to come in and pay the mortgage
And be broke, and you still got your money?
Yeah, she's stacking her loot.
See, this is what I'm saying. That's why I don't like that. I don't like that equation. That where this guy couldn't handle it.
Oh, Lord.
What you mean? What are you talking about? He couldn't handle it.
If it's too much for him.
If $1,500 wasn't too much, he was already paying that, but you want him to take over the lion's share of your bills.
Yeah, she wanted him to take care of it all, so it wasn't too much. It's great that he doing half and you doing half, so that way y'all come together, and the main thing is y'all a couple, and y'all come together as a couple, and you got a life partner, but he's still alleviating some of your bills because y'all doing half now. You don't have to do it all by yourself.
He's lessening your burden.
Yes, and you having a companion now.
A companion with benefits.
Yeah, if that's what you're looking for, Yeah, in some years you are gonna be looking for that garbage man, wishing you had it, because you ain't gonna. That ain't a lot of dudes. That lifestyle has changed. You know, that's back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. But I don't see how a woman on one end can say, I want equal pay at my job. I want to get paid the same amount this man getting paid. I'm an independent woman. I'm this, and that. But when we get together, hey, boo, you need to pay the mortgage. What kind of stuff is that?
Listen, now let me tell you, in all honesty, when I lived with a man, he paid for the roof over our head. I paid the utilities. I kept food in the house. I also cooked all the time. I made sure everything that he wanted, every time he opens the refrigerator or a cabinet, was in there, and I made sure his lunch was packed. So I took some expenses off of him, even though I was not contributing.
Yeah, you're not taking expenses off of him if he doing the lion's share. He doing the rent. You ain't taking expenses off of him. All you doing is taking his money and going grocery shopping and putting it in the refrigerator.
In the refrigerator.
Talking about she kept food in the refrigerator. Oh, okay. So you spend some money on groceries while he paying the mortgage.
And
that's what you're saying?
And utilities, all of them.
That still ain't even. That still ain't fair. But
no, it's not. No, it's not. See, this is my approach on men and women. And I'm being honest. I do not believe in. We are not exactly the same. We is yin and yang. We both contribute necessary parts to the equation. However, they are not identical. They are not the same.
Okay, now if they not the same. Go ahead.
I personally feel like if we are contributing exactly the same, we don't need each other. It's like, so in that thing where he's paying the rent or the mortgage, I'm paying all the utilities, I'm putting all the food in the house, I'm packing your lunch. He can pay the rent or the mortgage, but he needs lights to be on. He needs the TV, the cable on.
Why he needs you to do that?
That's not the point. It's
if he can pay the mortgage, he can pay the NIPSCO. He can pay the grocery bill. He can pay the mortgage. He don't need that.
Both are contributing to make the house work, and it's not
exactly. You're both contributing to make the house work. So a man coming in and giving you $1,500 on a $3,000 mortgage is contributing to make the house work. It'll make the house work.
You got an extra $1,500. That ain't good enough, though. You have an extra $1,500 a month.
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. We need to be in sync. When it comes to, and then this is the honest truth here. When it comes to how the money is split up, how the bills are paid, I feel like that varies from couple to couple, and it's all about getting with somebody who agrees with you on your approach with that.
So let me ask you this. Let's take this. And this is the thing now. This is supposed to be, so I don't know what you do for a living, but let's say wherever you work at, you meet a guy at your job, okay? You and this guy get paid the exact same amount of money. Y'all get paid the same day and get paid the exact same amount of money. Y'all start dating and get serious. Why do you expect him to pay the mortgage and you get paid the same amount he get paid? Just because he a man? So if that case, then why are you getting equal pay? He need to get more pay as a man because a man is expected to pay the mortgage.
Exactly. Man. If you guys want equal pay, then do stuff equal. If you don't if you want us to take over what you guys call the man role, then put us back up 30% where we was a few years ago.
And that's how that originated. Back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, men got paid more than women for doing the same exact job because it was understood that when they got married and got together, the man would be the one to pay the lion's share, if not all the bills. But things have changed, and women have demanded equal pay, which, okay, y'all deserve it every bit. I believe that 100%. But you get equal pay, you pay equal bills. You can't have it both ways. You're going to get paid the exact same amount of money as this man that worked with you, but yet he going to pay 70% of the bills and you pay 30%. How is that fair?
I feel like it doesn't work like that. It
That's how
doesn't.
you want it.
I may pay. No, that's not how I want it. He may pay one lump sum bill while I'm paying many bills that add up.
So why can't the roles be reversed? Why can't you pay the lump sum of the mortgage and let him pay the minis?
No.
Did you see that, Rodney?
She said, "Oh no."
Absolutely not.
What a double standard! You talking about a double standard?
It's symbolism. Absolutely not.
Oh, that's a double
Symbolic.
standard.
The king of the castle is his house. I will not be doing that. No.
Okay, so I give y'all 30 seconds apiece to your final thoughts. Ladies first. Marian, what's your final thought on this subject?
I mean, I agree that some women are users. However, some are willing to work hard and contribute equally to the household. A lot of women, I know for a fact, just don't believe in the whole roommate 50-50 straight down the middle split.
Okay, what about you, big man? What you got to say?
If that's the way you look at it, roommates, then that's how it shall be. We will be married roommates because times have changed. Women get equal pay. Women get most of the stuff nowadays. Women earning more than men. That's just how America is now, especially black men and black women. They often earning more than black men. That's how America is, and you cannot expect a man to get the same amount or getting less than you and pay the lion's share of the bills. I think it should be equal all the way around. Y'all split the bills up and y'all come together as a couple and as partners, and that's a happy marriage. I don't think that's roommates. You a marriage, you a couple, but no, times have changed. You gotta evolve with the times.
Exactly. And I feel that if you going for somebody and you got expectations of what you want in your significant other, have the same expectations of yourself. Whatever you want from a man or a woman, have it yourself. If you want them to have a degree,
absolutely,
have it yourself. If you want them to have money,
if you expect
have
them
it
to
yourself.
pay all the mortgage, you need to be able to. You need to expect yourself to pay it too.
Exactly. Whatever day you want them to do, be able to do it yourself. And that's the only way.
That's how I live my life.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in to Ramrod Rants. You can reach me at RAMRODRANTS 333@gmail.com. Leave your comments, complaints. This has been brought to you by Banks Balanced Budget. Look them up online. Same thing with Mama How You Cook This. I'd like to thank my guests, Big Van and Miss Miriam. Thanks a lot.
Right.
See you later.